Hi, hello, my name is Tay, and this is my dog Simba, and I've been consuming copious amounts of media since I was a little itty bitty baby, and I decided to force strangers on the internet to listen to my opinions and analysis on said media. This is gonna go so great, guys. I hope you're so excited, because I'm excited. When I dissect like 50 different 90s shows after this, I don't want to hear anything. Shut it down. Cut it. Anyways, today I'm gonna be talking about Bridgerton, specifically season 2. I personally love season 2 more than I love season 1, but no hate to season 1 though. No hate to season 1. It was still a good season. Like, still love Simon. Still love Simon and Daphne. Like, well, there was that one little. If I ever talk about season 1, I'll dissect it then. But today I'm talking about season 2. And it's basically gonna be like my last video where I cut it in like a bunch of different parts and dissecting, except it's gonna be more character based than last time. So first off, I'm gonna start with talking about Miss Kate Sharma, my favorite Bridgerton character ever, love of my life. Like, she's literally perfect. And then I'm gonna talk about Anthony. We have more of a love-hate relationship. Like, I don't hate Anthony. Like, don't put the pitchforks down, the spears. What did they use to fight? They had guns. Your musket, put that down. We have a love-hate relationship. I do love him, but we also have beef. But that's, we'll get into that a little bit later. And then we're gonna talk about Kate and Anthony's relationship as a whole. Kanthony. I just read it. I don't know how to say it. I just read it. And then I'm going to talk about the Bridgerton family dynamic, because I feel like this season we got more of a look inside of their family and dynamic. I said the word dynamic, but like just generally their family as a whole, and like I feel like each sibling had a little bit more screen time, minus Gregory and Hyacinth, but they had their little moments. That little dancing scene where no one else showed up because of the great embarrassment. But when Anthony called Hyacinth down and they go, yeah, they ate that up. And then I'm gonna talk about Penelope, just a little bit, just my love for Penelope. And I know a lot of y'all don't like Penelope, but that ain't got nothing to do with me, not in the slightest. That's my girl. Just suck it up. Like, what Nikki say, they can never make me hate you. They can never make me hate Penelope. It's my girl to the end. Thought I was to tell you. And then I'm gonna talk about my hate for Eloise. Now, I know a lot of y'all like that girl. I don't get it. And it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what she does for y'all, but I don't like that girl. I will dissect that at a later date. Well, today, but like, later in the video. You know what I'm talking about. We're having a good rapport. That's how you say that word. Yeah, we're having a good rapport right now. And yeah, maybe I'll talk about Colin a little bit, but I feel like everything like in the Bridgerton family, like I'll get to them, except for Eloise, because she's gonna have her own section, because I don't like that girl, and I'm gonna explain why, and I'm gonna be right, and I'm gonna be like, dang, Tay, you were really right the whole time, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's literally what I told you, like, come on. Anyways, that's enough intro out of me, and so let's start talking Bridgerton and why season 2 was simply that good. All right, so first thing about Kate, she's a baddie. That's it. That's the part. I'm done. No, I'm kidding. That's actually in my script. I just put baddie. I honestly don't feel the need to elaborate. She is a baddie. But I did want to talk about her parallels to Lady Danbury. And now that Queen Charlotte has come out, there's even more to dissect and more to add on. So, with Kate, she literally put everybody before herself, and like, everyone's happiness was more important than hers. Like, she had to make sure her family was good before she even made sure that she herself was good. And that's why when like getting Edwina married, like her mom and Edwina would be somewhere, and she could, I guess, basically like kind of finally be able to think about herself and not have to be like, oh God, my sister, or like just wanting to make sure that they're going to be okay so that she can do her own thing and be independent. And she talked to Lady Danbury about this, like how she wanted that life that Lady Danbury has. Like, she's on her own, has nothing to worry about, like there's no man that she's attached to. And seeing in Queen Charlotte how literally from like since she was like a little kid, she was groomed to be some man's wife, had no autonomy of her own, no, basically, like, no personality of her own. Well, she obviously has a personality of her own, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it was never about her. So in that way, they're similar, where they had to put other people before themselves, but like, obviously the way they were raised was different. Kate grew up with a lot more love than Lady Danbury did, but that independence is something that they both crave. And not specifically not being attached to a man, especially in that time of misogyny and all that jazz. But I don't know, with Lady Danbury, she never wanted love. Like, we saw that in Creature. Like, that was not, it was completely like her independence and her being able to do what she wanted to do. Kate was definitely projecting onto Edwina. I don't care what y'all say, she was definitely projecting onto Edwina. And like, she was like, I want her to fall in love, I want her to blah, blah. I mean, yeah, she does, but you can tell she kind of also wanted that for herself. But I don't think she believed that she deserved it. And there's also like the whole like believing that like you know, once you get married, like everything about you is tied to a man, which in their time was kind of true. So like, I can't even blame her for that. But it was, for Lady Danbury, it was never about love. It was never even an option for her. But even after, like, that's still, like, she still didn't get married. Like, post her husband kicking the bucket, still never got married. It was about her freedom and her independence. And I think that's what Kate thought she wanted. But, yeah, no, she fell in love with Anthony, blah, blah, blah. But I think, I can't talk about Kate without talking about Edwina, of course. But I really did love their relationship. And no matter what, she wanted her sister to be happy. She wanted her sister to be happy really, really bad. And she didn't want her to fall into, she didn't want her to get married to someone that she wouldn't like and she would be stuck with. Like, that was the whole thing, which makes sense, but I feel like that was also her fears. You know, lots of projecting going on, I think. But was it dirty that she didn't tell her sister about the whole, like, getting money from her mother and all that stuff? Yes, but she was right. Edwina would have just married anybody, and she wanted her to fall in love, and I think that's still pretty sweet. I really just have baggy in my script, and I'm right. And I think it's insane that, like, she was selfless, like, this whole time. Like, she was focused on everybody but herself, and the one time she actually is selfish, she does the one singular thing she never wants to do, and that's hurt Edwina. Edwina is basically her life. Like, she kind of like a second mom in a way, but like, everything was about taking care of her and making sure that she was okay and making sure that their mom was okay and making sure that they had enough money, and for them to get this money she would have to get married and blah 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 blah. So also, she didn't even mean to do it. It was an accident, guys. I know it was dirty, but like, she didn't want Edwina anywhere near Anthony. But that wasn't because she was in love with Anthony, it's because he was a slut. It's because he was a slut. And what he said to his boys before, I would tell him to back away from my sister too. Excuse me. You want to what? And then, Anthony, why are you jumping on my sister after I told you to stay away from her, you freak? Get back. Anyways, that just made me very dramatic. But all of that, like, turmoil of falling in love with the man that your sister really wants and is kind of betrothed to, but you guys have better chemistry, and like, they get each other they parallel each other, have parallels to each other. Well, later, but I don't know. Also, Edwina's stronger than me. You ruining my wedding? I'm setting this place on fire. Now nobody get married ever again. Well, obviously, you know, but like nobody's getting married here again. You joking? But I don't know. I just really feel like, not that Kate was misunderstood. Maybe she is, because I feel like y'all don't even know her like me for real. Like, that's my girl. That's my baby girl. We like this. We go together real bad. But I don't know. It's just, I'm not an older sister. I don't even have siblings. This is my sibling, Simba, right there. But I understand wanting to do everything for other people first before you can even think about yourself. And then feeling like when you do something for yourself, like it's literally the end of the world and like, oh my God. Well, low-key it was, because that was kind of like the worst moment to be selfish. Not that it was, yeah. Edwina really never stood a chance. And also, I don't know how she didn't clock them way earlier. They were not subtle. They were not subtle. But I don't know. I love Kate. I think she's very well written, clearly well acted. Simone Ashley, mwah. But I still feel really bad for Edwina. Like that's a bit, it's not even a bit nasty, it's really nasty. But you didn't clock it till the wedding? You didn't clock it till the wedding, Stink? But you know, it was still dirty. It was still dirty. But I would have clocked it beforehand. I would have. That's just me though. That's just me. I'm kind of him, so I'm different on like a molecular level. Anyways, that's everything I have about Kate, everything that's on my mind about Kate right now. But yeah, I love her. Very enjoyable, very relatable character. Just so well, I know I said it before, but she's literally just so well written. Like, she's real, you know? All right. Now we're gonna talk about the reformed rake, Anthony. I actually really love Anthony. I pretend that I don't, like, he doesn't annoy me. He does piss me off. Let me not give him too much credit. But I do love him, and I do love his character. And I love the way they built on his character this season. 8. What's 4 plus 4? Like, come on. Let's be serious. How many letters in Jungkook? Like, we have to think clearly, people. Sorry. Anyways, so obviously the rake to romantic transformation was pretty crazy, and I love how they brought reason as to why he did not want to fall in love, which is different to Kate. Like, she did not want to fall in love. Like, it just wasn't in the plans. Like, she was just focused on her own independence. But Anthony already had that independence, obviously, because he's a man, and the misogyny of that time. But seeing your mom crumble like that after your father died, insane. So he sees how strong his parents loved each other, and just all of that going away in a simple second. Your mom not being who she once was mere hours, let alone days ago, and now you're the Viscount. Like, he didn't even get a chance to mourn his father. Like, the minute he died, he came up to his face, you're the Viscount now. Bro, my dad's body isn't even cold yet. Like, can you let me breathe? But obviously, like, men in that time, like, that's just wild. That's just wild. So obviously it makes sense to have seen all of that and be like, yeah, marriage is just a transaction. Like, and not that, just for me it needs to be a transaction, because I can't hurt someone like that, and I don't want to get hurt like that. And then, you know, Violet being like, I don't understand how you turned out this way. Shorty, you went into depression. He had to do everything, and he watched that, and that stayed with him for literally ever. Like, just oof. I wrote this down, but like, to feel so powerless while gaining so much power in a single second is so crazy. Just insane. Just insane work. And I just, Jonathan Bailey ate real bad. That director said cut and he heard serve cunt. K, he ate real bad with that. But I don't know. I love the adding on to Anthony's character and just showing, I guess, that he was more than just a rake, whatever. But and then the you know, when Kate gets like stung by the bee and he's all like basically having like a panic attack, you know, low-key, isn't that crazy? Like back then a bee sting meant fatality if you were allergic. Like we just gotta see you on the flip side. That's crazy. No EpiPens. But can you imagine? I could change the entire Bridgerton world if I just come there with the EpiPen. Would change lives. Or even, he literally had to parent his siblings because his mother was grieving. Like, none of that was her. Not that none of that was her, but like, she was quite literally out of her mind with grief and also being pregnant, like, and so he had to parent his own siblings, had to make sure all of them were okay, and that was and then also being a Viscount. I don't know don't ask me what Viscount stuff is about. I don't know, don't care, but I imagine it's a lot. It's like literally a job-ish, sort of. Probably. Correct me on that, maybe. Actually, don't. Let's collectively sit here and pretend I know what I'm talking about. You gonna nod your head? Yeah, exactly. No, you good. You know what a Viscount. No. See, we see each other. Thank you. But yeah, I also have distractingly charming in here, and he is. Them sideburns went, and I was like, oh, hey, Stink, what's going on? Like, you need a wife really that bad? I could sing, I could dance. I know a couple languages. Bonjour. Je m'appelle. Anyways, that's not the point. But the way that he was so against falling in love and all that stuff because he didn't want to hurt, and then when Kate almost dies, feeling that pain that his yep. Shonda, I see what you did. And you ate. That's my girl. That's really my girl. One thing about Shonda, she got me. Except for How to Get Away with Murder. You did not got me then. Because you put West with Laura, and I'm still upset about it. That's a completely different show, but I am mad. I did not like that. Asshole. You guys just have to stick with a British accent when it comes, okay? Just don't even talk about it. It's not even here. I'm basically, you know, partially a Brit. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. I don't like beans on toast. Basically, I'm still grasping what Nando's is. I read it in a One Direction fan fiction one time, and I had to Google it. You know what? We're gonna shut that down. Because that kind of sounded like not. Anyways, I think about nachos when I hear Nando's. That's not the point. Back to Anthony. The low-key, kind of crazy that you could see Edwina wants someone that loves her, and you're not going to do that. You're gonna have that girl sitting, you're gonna show her off for certain events, but you're not gonna love her like she wants to be loved. So to bring her into a marriage where her sister was like, I don't want you near her because you're not going to give her the marriage that I believe she deserves. He was like, she's literally perfect though. That's not the point. I know she's perfect. I know she's princess, but not for you. And I believe that Anthony does deserve somebody that's going to shut him down and put him in his place like Kate did. Like, love Kate. Literally so perfect. But yeah, his characterization this season was really good. And to be able to understand why he is the way he is now, very important. And why he sees love the way he does now. Like, he was just like, okay, love is pain. No more of that. Babe, not everybody's allergic to bees. Like, let's relax. Let's see what happens. Let's let shit fly, you know? let's chill out. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Well, oh, never mind. Your dad died. It is that deep. My fault. That was a little crazy. I meant like being scared of, you know what? If he was also allergic to bees, that would be raps for him now that I think about it. Well, my fault, Anthony. I'm dragging you. You ain't deserve it. Well, he does deserve it. Just a teeny bit. Not specifically for this moment, but at other times. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. You know what? You see? Yeah, this. Exactly. And now, ladies and gents, drop Gojo. Anyways, on to the main event. Kanthony. I still don't know how to pronounce it. That's the best y'all gonna get. First off, obviously they parallel each other and having basically been like parentified early on and focusing on their siblings more than they focused on themselves. You know, really not wanting to fall in love that much, but wanting just not focus on their siblings and like feeling like you can't have anything to do with you. Don't even matter. You got to make sure your siblings and basically your kids, because for Anthony those were basically his kids, because he had to raise his siblings because his mom was depressed because their dad died. Like, you know, you were there, you saw it, you know what I mean. But like, yeah, so that they really understood each other so bad and tried to like avoid it. Their tension, you smell that? It's real good tension. In episode 2, the race. Because why are you mad she flirting with someone else? The crazy thing is, he got someone else to flirt with her and gets mad when she's getting flirted with. Sir, that was his job. You literally. Be serious with me. Be for real. And the fact that he had to. Also, not to bring up Edwina again, not clocking Kate and Anthony, but girl, you saw the way your sister looked at him when he got out that water. You didn't put 2 and 2 together. Anyways, in the croquet game, both of them being competitive, that was called like the mat of death, and he, it was just good for me personally, good for my soul. And their chemistry was crazy, because what do you mean she walked past him and he had to get a sniff? He had to. It's the way Lady Danbury was like, ugh. She was basically telling him to get a grip, because you guys are here at this event because you fucked up. And now you want to sniff her in public? Get out. Hello? Anyways. But like, it was the fact that they didn't even like kiss until like the last 2 episodes. But that thick, real good tension that you feel in your chest. Yeah, that was for me. It was all right up here. Listen, I love good enemies to lovers. This wasn't really enemies. I wouldn't even say rivals. Slight beef to lovers, basically. But even when Daphne thought that Kate was Edwina because of the way he was looking at her while he was describing Edwina, be serious. She was like, oh, you must be Edwina. Oh, yeah, Anthony, why are you looking at her like that? And then when Daphne caught them, and she was just like, oh, but no, that she really should have got her lick back. Because, oh, when it happens to me, you want to come in on your horses with a gun and shoot Simon. But when you do it, it's a bit of an accident. She was real, because don't piss me off. You had me married off, and we're about to shoot Simon. But when you are over here sniffing, almost kissing, basically in Regency era, bumping and grinding, it's fine. We would have had to box a little bit. That's just me though. the entire last episode is just, ugh, I had to sniff his crack. It's literal crack cocaine, I'm convinced, because obviously he got flashbacks to his father dying while Kate was like in there, and obviously reminded of why he didn't want to fall in love, because he didn't want that feeling in the first place. Exactly. You hear what I'm saying? You get it. We see each other. We're here together. We're here. We like this, right? Just the way he turned into a completely different person because Kate was like, because she was sick, she was like comatose. Yep. Just also how everyone else knew but them. Oh, that's a good trope. That's a great trope. One of my top tropes, actually. Except for Edwina. I don't know how she ain't clocking. That's not the point, though. I know I'm gonna keep going and be like, don't know how she didn't see that, but it's okay. But Lady Danbury clocked it. Violet clocked it. And they were like, no, like, man, don't like them. They're like really good. You are in a room alone with him, and he said the things that I could teach you. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. This is a tangent, but like my aunts did not like season 2 as much as they did season 1. I don't understand it. That's insane work. Their chemistry, their tension, you could feel it in your bones, feel it in your lungs, and I just didn't really like it. Boo! It's literally the best season. Sorry. I know there's only 2 seasons out right now, but like it's still... Season 3 is gonna be about Colin. I'm not super excited. I'll talk about him when we talk about the Bridgerton family, like Bridgertons. But better be on his knees begging for Penelope. I know that. Anyways, also when he was with Violet and he broke down when he found out that Kate was okay. Yeah, we got him. We got him. And then the love confessions, like, by the, oof. I'm getting flashbacks. I can feel it. I can feel it in my blood. I can feel it in my chest and my soul. Like, he was in love. Bad. At the end, when he called her Viscountess, like, I can't wait to see more domestic, like, Kate and Anthony. That's gonna be wonderful for me, my blood, and my soul. You know, just, it's just good for here. Good for my chest. I don't know, like, I feel like with Regency era couples, it's more just like sexual tension and chemistry versus them actually like knowing and feeling things for each other, but they knew things about each other, they felt things for each other, like they understand each other to a very specific level because they're both, you know, the oldest siblings. They both have to worry about like putting everyone else first above themselves. The fear of falling in love because you've seen what it's done to your parents, because if one parent dies, like they also literally both lost their father. No. They're everything to me and more. You guys aren't listening. I don't think you understand this. It means something to me. It means something to me. Like serious. It's serious. It's real serious. That's it. Yeah. That was just too good. I think one of my favorite moments is the croquet game, like the entire episode 3. Cause y'all love each other real bad. Real bad. But yeah. Also, even their first meeting on the horse. That's how I knew it was gonna be good. I still remember watching it for the first time. Literally watched it in my dorm, holding on to my friend. I'm like, oh my god. Because for me, TV is like sports. Same with books, but like if I get excited about something happening, I might as well have like the TV show painted on my face. Like it's game time. I'm taking this shit serious. Like it's real. It's real serious to me. So, talking about the Bridgertons. First, I'm gonna talk about their family dynamic, and then I'm really only gonna talk about Benedict and Colin, because what am I supposed to talk about? Gregory, Hyacinth. Francesca. And I'm already giving Eloise her own section, so don't clock me. Don't stop questioning me and what I do. Sit here, like and watch the video. Thank you. Always gotta ask questions. Always questions with you. Just sit and enjoy. Just sit and enjoy. We gotta get our rapport back. It's been a little hostile. It got very, very hostile very quickly. Let's get back to it, okay? Thanks. Anyways, Benedict. I love my little bisexual stoner bae, my little artiste, you know. I feel like he had equal screen time this season as he did last season. This season was more focused on him and his art, and obviously him going to art school. But low-key, he was real for being mad at Anthony, because no way as an artist I think my art's good enough to get me into art school, and it was really just my money. Imposter syndrome would have hit heavy, and I would never. How do you trust your own art after that, or trust that anybody's going to be able to tell you the truth because you just have money, you know? Yeah, that would, me personally, that would kill me real bad. And I don't know, also I just love snarky brother characters, or like, I don't know, his back and forth with Eloise is really entertaining. Him clocking Anthony is really funny. Him and Colin's relationship is really heartwarming to me personally. I'm just thinking about that scene at the table where he was so obviously high, and it's really funny that Colin brought him drugs. He was like, that was very entertaining to me. And then, oh, Colin, speaking of, he was really my little boo bear last season. He really was. I was like, aw. And then this season came out, and I was like, what happened? Where did we go wrong? Where did we go wrong? Because first, with the Gentleman's Club, sir, did you or did you not just get scammed by a man with fake rubies? Did you or did you not almost get baby trapped by a woman you just met? I mean, he apologized later on and, you know, brought some customers into the Gentleman's Club, but still, don't do that. Don't do that. And then him talking shit about Penn to those guys, and then, you're not a woman, you're Penn. If I were Penelope in that moment, I would have been like, I should have just let Marina marry you. I should have just let her do it, because there's no way you said that to me. And we're dead. He was dead serious, and then smiled, and then went, Colin, look. I'm telling you, you better be on his knees and groveling. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. But, oof. My chest hurts. My chest hurts just thinking about it. But onto, like, you know, I feel like the family dynamic was always like, I mean, it was prominent, but I feel like it was more this season because with Daphne, we got out of the house very quickly. And I feel like because it was Anthony's season, it was more in the Bridgerton house and got more, you know, seeing how all of the siblings interact with each other. And I don't know, the croquet game, I just love how they were teasing Anthony because it was like, oh, she can take the mallet, but when I did it, you almost beat my ass. And it was like, it literally was never that serious. Yes, it was. You're trying to act different in front of Kate. Not even in front of Edwina, in front of Kate. I know you. I got your tea. Anyways, but yeah, even at the end, I just believe Kate fits so well into that family dynamic of like competitiveness. And she was never intimidated. She got right in and said, let's get to it. You're all fucked. I croquet like a master. I don't know. She didn't say that, but like I felt the vibes. I was there. I was literally there. Like, y'all can't tell me I wasn't in the studio. It was literally on set, guys. Literally. Ask anybody. Do not ask. Anyways, but yeah. And obviously, you know, Benedict whisking Eloise away when she has to dance with random men, or like giving her a cigarette is crazy, but they didn't know it led to cancer. They were doing like crazy drugs back then. I'm not gonna get into it because I personally don't know any Regency drugs, but they were just doing anything. So, but yeah, Benedict and Eloise have a really sweet relationship, and I love seeing that, even though I don't like that girl. I'm sorry, I gotta say it every time. I can't have y'all think that just because I said I love some, you know. Anyways, yeah, that's my little thing on the Bridgertons. I actually do enjoy them. Also, actually, I do have more. I lied to you. Daphne, like, because last season she was talking about how she really wanted kids because of how she grew up in that family dynamic, and you can see, like, when she comes back, it's like she never left at all. Like, they're just a big happy family. Okay, let me not say happy, but loving is a good word. Loving is the word I will use. They're a good, loving family. Makes my only child heart sore. Yeah. And now onto the main event. Just kidding, it's not the main event, but listen. Penelope has done no wrong. She told everybody that Marina was baby trapping Colin. Well, was that not wrong? She told everyone about Eloise going out into town. She did that to get the queen off Eloise's back. Like, guys, come on, listen to me. And was what she did to Marina out of pettiness and jealousy? Yeah. But can I say I wouldn't have done it too? I probably wouldn't. I probably would just let that happen. Especially after you said to me, you're not a woman. You're just pen. Oh, word? Go raise another man's child. Get out of my face. Thank you. Get scammed by my cousin again. You got it. But also, guess that she was Lady Whistledown like 2 episodes before it was revealed. So yeah, let's get that on record. Write that down. Yeah. Thank you. Write that down. And yeah, I don't know. I really love her. I do think she's actually a really sweet character. And what's the other thing people drag her for? Because I'm her defense attorney. Look at my lawyer, dog. I'm going to jail. She's not gonna go to jail. Like, I'm gonna get her out scot-free. She's gonna get acquitted. Like, come on. But I think they drag her for like not giving her family money that she was making from being Lady Whistledown. Have you met her mother and sisters? No, y'all not getting any of my money. Her mother clearly does not care about her at all. Because why are you buying this lady the same dress over and over again? It's all just a down low, dirty, nasty lady, and marrying off 2 cousins, and then setting all of that. Oof, nasty lady. That's a nasty lady. You want Penn to give that lady money? Let's be serious, people. Let's think critically. Thank you. And then she was working with Madame Delacroix to get her business up and running again. Yeah, that's a good woman. That's a woman for the working man. Let's be serious. Like, I don't understand. I don't get the hate. She's so sweetie. Like, what has she done wrong besides those 2 things? And were they even really that wrong? And obviously, if she had feelings for Colin, she would want him to know he was being baby trapped. And I feel like he had... I'm sorry. She can do no wrong in my eyes. And she still hasn't done anything wrong because I can justify every little bit of it. What? I don't know. She's one of my favorite characters. And it's just so sick and twisted to see how her family treats her and then seeing how the family treats her. This is a good lady. This is a good woman. This is a good woman. I don't know. Maybe y'all just need to understand that Pen is better than a lot of people, and it's really humbling that she hides as Lady Whistledown, and she still you guys don't get her like I do, and that's fine. That's why I'm here to explain to you why she's up here. That's a good woman. That's a good woman. And even if you don't think she's a good woman, yes she is. Yes she is. Sorry. And also, I don't know if anybody talks about like why she hasn't told anyone that she's Lady Whistledown. Well, duh. The queen wants her head on a stick. My mouth will be shut too. Are you out of your mind? Let's be serious. Let's be for real here. That's it. But yeah, I love Pen. That's all I got. I feel like there's nothing else to explain further. She's just that girl. She's just that girl. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. The moment I've been waiting for. Let me explain to you why I don't like Eloise. A lot of people love her, and I was just like, why? She's incredibly selfish. She's incredibly selfish. If it does not have anything to do with her, she's not really paying attention to it. And a lot of her feminism, it's like fake feminism along with white feminism, which is, white feminism is enough like to be extremely annoying. And then adding the fake, you're not a feminist for not liking feminine things. You're not. I'm sorry. I don't have to really explain that because I'm not gonna explain feminist theory to y'all. That's not what I'm supposed to do. But I mean I could. Not that I'm not supposed, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But to be like, I can't believe all these women enjoy dancing and having fun. Maybe you're just a loser. Like, ugh. Why are you being mad at women for enjoying feminine things, and you think that's not internalized misogyny? And the whole, I wish I was a man so I can travel everywhere. You are a white rich girl in the Regency era. There are people that actually have to work. All you have to do is get married, and you're talking about, I want to travel. Can you? And then the whole like, Teddy, I'm sorry, but yeah, girl, you're not of his world. This is not the Prince and the Pauper. This is not the Prince and the Pauper, and you're very terrible at this. Very bad. And also, it took you that long to realize that Pen was Lady Whistledown. She did not notice until it directly affected her. That Pen, if you had paid any sort of attention to Penelope in the first place, you could have seen that. You would have noticed that she's more of a wallflower. You would have noticed that she would be able to get more kinds of information because not many people pay attention to her because of the fat phobia during that era. But what was Eloise worried about? Oh, I want to go into town and I want to travel. Blah, blah. Girl, I'm not saying that obviously it wasn't like a bad thing that she couldn't travel because she was a woman, whatever. But like, that's your literal only issue right now, is that you see how close you are to the they'd be like, how could you do that to me, blah, blah, blah. Pen also raised a good point. The queen was going to jump your ass. She was literally going, she went by her house, I think. Pen was really doing her a favor. Pen was really doing her a favor. And on top of that, if you didn't want to get caught, don't go into town. And she kept going. What's his name, Teddy? This was like 2 minutes ago, but like, I think his name's Teddy. And if it's not, didn't really care about him that much. Sorry. And they gave Eloise so much screen time. I could only hear so much white feminism in one scene. Please, spare me. Just, I am not one of your strongest I am not one of your strongest soldiers, Shonda. That's a tongue twister. That's a tongue twister. But Shonda, please, don't do that again. Don't do that again. I can't handle it. I can't. Her selfishness really kills me. It really, really does, because the world revolves around Eloise. Clearly. Or that even getting on Pen for like, why would you even want to do this? Don't you look at how many men are trying to dance with you versus how they're trying to, who wants to dance with Pen and who she actually wants to dance. And it's all about, I can't believe my mother dragged me to, get out of my face. I've had enough. I've had enough. It's just, people have bigger issues than you. People have bigger issues. You're not the only girl in the world with issues. And like the distinct hatred of femininity, as if that's not a point of misogyny. And then going into the world of the working class as if you're not a, oof. And literally, even the investigating everything, none of it was, not saying you have to do everything to like benefit others, but like, oh my God, she was just so annoying. She was so annoying. She was on screen and I was just like, how are you gonna piss me off today? Come on, how are we gonna do it? And then over here, Colin's so lucky because he's a man. Oh brother, this guy stinks. We get it. You want to travel. Obviously there were different rights because misogyny is still very active, but like, you're dealing with like the lightest form of misogyny. The lightest form. You can't get on a boat. You gotta dance and get married. People are actually working, Eloise. You have she has servants. She has servants and she's I can't do it. She gives me chest pains. It's like when you befriend white queer people and then they literally anytime a white person is marginalized, they use that marginalization and try to distance from the fact that they're white and they're still privileged. Except it's worse because she's white and rich. All that. Can't do it. But yeah, I'm sorry. There's nothing anybody can make me do to like that girl. And it just kills me. How did you not know she was Lady Whistledown? That's your best friend. You didn't connect 2 and 2 together. Come on. Be serious. Be very, very serious with me right now. Enough. All right, that's it. That's all from me about Bridgerton season 2 and everything I dissected. I recently rewatched it with a bunch of my friends, and I was just like, you can make a video about that. And so I did, and so I'm here. So hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, smash that like button. I'm sorry. My fault for real. But seriously, if you like the video, please like. If you like the video, like the video and subscribe. I promise I will get on my Zoom at 10 and I will post more videos. I have some lined up. I'm gonna dissect Boy Meets World and probably mainly talk about Sean Hunter because that's my boy and I love him. And I do want to talk. Who is vrooming right now? Anyways, I want to talk about Phineas and Ferb and Alvin and the Chipmunks. And I know this is like, Tay, why do you want to talk about Alvin and the Chipmunks? I had a hyperfixation as a child. Get over it. Thank you. And I want to rewatch the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies for fun. Maybe mind your business. Maybe just allow me to be happy and have a good time. Did you ever think about that? Yeah, just try to clench and enjoy childlike joy and wonder like I do. Thanks. Anyways, if you haven't noticed, if you've been living under a rock, SAG-AFTRA has joined the WGA, on and is going on strike because the actors and writers are both trying to get livable wages. And if you don't support them, you're literally insane. Sorry. Why would you not support writers and actors wanting to get livable wages? You see how there's no answer to that because it's wrong? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So support them. And obviously I'm not going to be talking about media from struck companies because scabbing is nasty and disgusting and ew. Fuck scabs. All my homies hate scabs. I might have to blur that out, but it's fine. But yeah, I mostly talk about old media anyway. So, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, please. Comment. I love talking. I love talking about Bridgerton as well. So if you have any other opinions or anything I didn't hit on, I'll probably talk about it and reply to you in the comments because I'm always on that damn phone. So yeah, bye.